And in this stadium at some point tonight.
Yeah, I think you know half of them. Right?
Well, that was Bob.
Not that many. Yeah,
he's a good guy.
There
yeah.
you go.
Here's the coin toss. Larry Nemers in his final regular season game as a referee.
In the overtime, the first team to score wins. All rules and timing of the fourth quarter apply. Each team gets 2 timeouts. All replays will be handled by the booth in the press box. Tails and heads. Tails is called.
Come on, that boy.
It's heads. The Jets have won the toss. They will receive.
So the Jets will have the football first in overtime when we come back. Jets and Chiefs tied at 10.
The game is on the line. The pressure's on. Here's the situation. You've got 2 children. College tuition is in sight. Retirement is breathing down your neck.
Who do you go to in the clutch? Over 65 million customers rely on us when their money is on the line. Insurance, investments, retirement. AIG, the strength to be there.
What's behind the grill is what matters most. For those who want it more, there's professional grade.
Coming up tonight on CBS, 60 Minutes, the age of mega fires, why fires have become more powerful than ever before, plus the geeks to the rescue in setting up your new electronics. That'll be followed by a new episode of The Amazing Race, plus Cold Case and Shark, tonight on CBS, America's most watched network. John Carney will kick it off. Leon Washington is deep along with Brad Smith for New York. First overtime game for Kansas City this season. Jets are 1-1. 10-10, Jets and Chiefs. Wrapping up the 2007 regular season, Leon Washington from the 9. And Washington unable to break to the clear as he takes it just short of the 30-yard line. Ke'Aaron Fox with the stop. Well, how did we get to this point? It's not a very long story. Shovel pass, Clemens to Jones. First points of the day, a touchdown for the Jets. Carney, field goal for Kansas City to make it 7-3. Mike Nugent, field goal for the Jets to make it 10-3. And then up top, Croyle to Webb. We're tied at 10. Jets 282 yards of offense. Kansas City 219 yards of offense. Play fake, Clemens to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. He was looking for Kowalewski. And Napoleon Harris in coverage, tight coverage, the linebacker.
I thought Kellen Clemens could have thrown a much better ball there. That's one where you got to expect the receiver to just throttle down and just die it right in the hole. There was room to get the ball, but he tried to throw it front side where the coverage is. He had no chance of completing that pass.
Clemens 2-5 as the starter this season in his second year from Oregon. Second round pick in 2006. On a handoff. And Thomas Jones stumbling forward for a 9-yard gain. Won't be enough for a first down, but will set up 3rd and 1 for the Jets.
I don't know how he does it. Watch how he makes defenders miss right in the hole. See how he's able to make Pollard miss. Pollard had him dead to right in the hole, and he made him whip.
And they'll push the pile to keep this drive going. New set of downs for the Jets to work with. Needed a yard, they came up with 2. Just underway in overtime. Kellen Clemens didn't play last week. Trying to get Mike Nugent into field goal range. Pennington got the start because of an injured rib and shoulder to Clemens. Jets lost in Tennessee 10-6. Pennington put up, as he usually does, solid numbers. Clemens throwing. And hauled in by Kocheri. Working against Ty Law. It's a 13-yard pass play.
Well, this is an opportunity for Kellen Clemens to place his stamp on this football team. Sure, his teammates respond well to him. They like him. And he's been mentored by Chad Pennington. But at the end of the day, you've got to be able to win football games.
Line of scrimmage is now the Kansas City 45. Jones gets the call. Hole opened up. And Jones sidestepping some tacklers for extra yardage. Good block from Nick Mangold. And Jones turns it into a 9-yard gain.
Inching closer to field goal range. Thomas Jones, his ability to break tackles, manufacture yards. They need to hit that 27-yard line. So maybe about another 10 yards of offense.
And Clemens doing it himself. And he's got a first down. 3-yard gain for the Jets out across the 35-yard line of Kansas City.
Clemens making the plays as Chad Pennington looks on. I gotta tell you, I'm not so quick to say Chad will not be back with this team. And I know there's salary cap ramifications. Yeah, you're trying to improve. You're trying to turn the team over to Kellen Clemens. But what if he gets hurt week 1? What if he gets hurt in training camp? I still think Chad Pennington is a viable option to have at quarterback for your football team.
On first down, draw play to Jones through the hole. And Thomas Jones coming alive in overtime. It's been a quiet day for Jones for the most part. But now we have seen Jones on 3 runs of 9 yards or more in OT.
He is exceptional and excellent at running in between the tackles. Look at that, breaking tackles, dragging defenders ever so closer to a point where you need to get into field goal range. Now inside of the 27-yard line.
Yeah, right now they're looking at a 42-yard attempt for Nugent. They can get him even closer with some success here. It's Jones dancing. Thomas Jones showing off the moves on a twirl. Bernard Pollard in there for Kansas City. It's a 1-yard gain and a well-earned yard.
He is so valuable to this offense because there was penetration galore in the backfield of the New York Jets. He did an excellent job not being tackled in the backfield and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
So now 2nd and 9. Nugent waiting for his chance to give the Jets a win to end the season. It's no secret, it's Jones again. Here comes the wave of defensive players. Thomas Jones staying on his feet. What an effort in overtime from the veteran Jones. Darting move.
The Jets avoid near disaster. Herm Edwards blitzes. Watch the blitz there. See, he should have been tackled in the backfield, but he's able to elude the defender and still gain yards on the play.
On 3rd and 1, Clemens driven backwards. And he did not get enough for the first down. On 2 other occasions, Clemens was able to get the pile moving forward. This time, not the case. So, Mike Nugent will come on for a field goal attempt to win it.
The Kansas City Chiefs began the season with a 4-3 record and have lost 8 straight and trying to avoid 9. Mike Nugent will decide.
33-yard attempt for Nugent. And a timeout taken.
Timeout, Kansas City. That's their first timeout of the overtime.
So icing the kicker. Nugent did play under Herm Edwards in Herm's final year with the Jets. Took a little stroll and used the timeout.
Little ice on the kicker.
That's fitting on a chilly Sunday. Don't forget, 60 Minutes will be coming up immediately following our coverage here, except on the West Coast. And we could be moments away. Mike Nugent, 33-yard field goal attempt. Edwards cannot use another timeout here, or Kansas City will be assessed a penalty. You and I saw that firsthand in Washington. Joe Gibbs, the Bills and the Redskins a few weeks ago. So here we go. Ben Graham will hold it. James Dirk will snap it. Mike Nugent on for a 33-yard field goal attempt to give the Jets the win. Nugent, he's got it. And a flag down.
Holding. Jets. 10-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
This game won't end.
Wow. Herm Edwards saying, maybe we avoided it. Maybe we haven't.
Well, Herm Edwards has had some good fortune inside this stadium, Solomon, as a player and as a coach. Eric Mangini thought he had the win. He's got to put the headset back on. Now it's a 43-yard attempt for Nugent.
Mangini was ready to go over and shake hands.
Back it up 10 yards. Trying to put an end to this one in overtime. And a timeout taken.
Timeout, Kansas City. That's their second and final timeout.
Now
It'll
Herm
be a 30-second timeout.
can call a timeout because of the penalty. It's not considered back-to-back timeouts.
No, there was a play on the field goal attempt in the hole. Boy, he's going to make Mike Nugent think about it again.
I'm not sure we can equate this to the miracle at the Meadowlands for Herm. But the holding penalty negated this 33-yard attempt.
After being iced with the timeout by Herm, Nugent was able to connect on that one. Now they move it back 10 yards. And Herm Edwards calls another timeout, force Mike Nugent to think about it some more. And let's see how he responds here.
Jets and Chiefs tied at 10. Could be the final play if Nugent can convert. 43-yard field goal attempt for the win. Nugent. It's good. Jets win 13-10 in overtime, and they end their season with a W. For Kansas City, 9 straight losses, the return of Herm Edwards to the Meadowlands, and it ends with his former team connecting from 43 yards away. Jets finish off at 4-12. The Chiefs also 4-12. Two teams that were in the postseason 1 year ago, and it comes down to an overtime kick to try to feel some positive energy heading into the offseason.
Yeah, Herm Edwards' former team and his former kicker, Mike Nugent, came through to get the win for the New York Jets.
That'll do it. Jets win it in overtime over Kansas City. For Solomon Wilcots and our entire crew, this is Ian Eagle. Thanks so much for joining us. It's been a great year. The NFL on CBS. 60 Minutes is coming up. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports.
Another good thing about Geico is they've got like real live people working there 24/7. So like say you need to report a claim, right? A real person will be there to help you. Then you can use Geico.com to view photos of the damage, track your claim, print an estimate. You want an English muffin? They literally hand you a toasted muffin with butter and jam. Oh, it's tasty. That's a complete dramatisation, of course, but you get my point.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
And now, here's the Geico Play of the Day. Houston's Andre Davis returned to kickoff 97 yards for a TD before the end of the half against the Jaguars, and moments later took the opening kickoff of the second half 104 yards for a touchdown. The pair of returns helped the Texans to complete their best record in franchise history. Brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Everybody's talking about the great taste of Pizza Hut's new Pizza Mia Pizza. The rich whole milk mozzarella. The sauce made from vine-ripened California tomatoes. And a perfectly baked crust. But the price leaves them speechless.
$5? $5.
That's right. Anytime you order 3 or more medium one-topping Pizza Mia pizzas, they're each just $5 every day. The new Pizza Mia. Get more, not less. Pizza Hut. Order online.
Nick? The guy's a machine. He's extremely productive. But you never see him working late. You never see him working on weekends.
It's uncanny. I don't know how he does it.
CBS Sports thanks you for watching this presentation of the National Football League.